Hi, this is Param. In the last set of videos, we have discussed setup, different kind of environment, okay, and a different set of important setting, and what are the bootstrap checks, okay, why bootstrap checks need, everything we have discussed in earlier videos, right? Okay. So, in this video, what we are going to do is how the discovery process is happening. Okay, so discovery process must write. See, if whenever you are running more than one host based cluster, let me repeat. Whenever you are running more than one host based cluster, obviously discovery is happening. So, discovering means finding each other. Okay, finding each other and sharing founded list to other node. That's how. Okay. So there are several facts or several informations are there, several settings are also there. Okay, I'll show the setting as well. Okay, so that is what we are going to discuss almost in this video and upcoming 3 to 4 videos. Okay, so we will see how the discovery is happening. Of course, what are the settings are related to the discovery, and what are the things you should be familiar with about the discovery. What are the process, in fact, how it's happening within the Elasticsearch cluster. Okay, okay. So in that. Here you know the discovery process. Obviously, in this video we will see how the discovery process is happening. Without in addition to that, there are quorum based voting mechanisms. Okay, we will see what is a quorum based mechanism. How a quorum based mechanism for the cluster, master selections among the eligible node. Okay, voting only. Okay, so a node can configure only the voting only. Okay, master it will not act as a master, but it can contribute as a master. Okay, it will contribute to the master election. Okay, then of course cluster fault predictions, how the fault happened within the clusters, what are the settings related. Okay, then bootstrapping cluster, of course, yeah, bootstrapping cluster means what are the settings are checked. Okay, that's we have seen already. Okay, and if you want to add remove any master eligible node, okay, how you can add master eligible node dynamically. Okay, something like that. Okay, and publishing cluster state, of course, you know, right, the master node should publish its state whenever there's any changes happening within the cluster to across the master eligible node. Okay, so these are the topics, these are the content we are going to discuss in this video and the upcoming videos. Okay, in all of these topics we have settings. Okay, for all of this for all of these stuffs, for all of these topics we have separate settings. Okay, and in this video we will see discovery process. What is a discovery process? Okay, what are the settings are involved in the discovery process? Okay, setting I have here, I have these are the settings. Okay, okay, so what are the blue color, right, almost 20 seconds to 32. Okay, these are the settings are involved discovery process. Okay, and I will explain what are the each settings at the last of the video. And before that, what is discovery? Okay, here, okay, it is, I think it is there. Okay, okay, exactly, this is what I'm going to discuss now. Okay, discovery process. Discovery means what? Okay, so we will be configure the IP address, it has to bind. Okay, then the transport port, the transport also we will configure, transport.host transport port, something like that. Okay, we will be configure, right? So that is what happening. Okay, the transport between the node, that is what, right, transport.host transport.port. Okay, or you can configure a CD host itself, like port IP address and along with the port number. So obviously what is now, it's going to use the transport layer, not the HTTP layer. HTTP layer between is between the Elasticsearch and other tool like Kibana or Beats or a normal end user or any API client, something like that. Okay, so discovery IP name or port number is used for the communication between the communication between the among the node. That is our transport layer. Okay, okay, fine. So obviously. Discovery, there are I think I have explained in the previous video also, I think. Okay, discovery is a seed host provider. Okay, seed host provider. Okay, okay, seed host is a matter. Okay, where is seed host? Seed host. Okay, in the seed host only we will configure what are the nodes going to be part of this cluster. Very simple. Okay, seed host provider is different. Seed host provider means how many what are the how the seed hosts are provided. Okay, there are 5 types. It can be setting based. Obviously, whatever this is for setting based. Okay, this is for setting based. Okay, seed host provider, setting based seed host provider, setting based seed host provider. Okay, okay, cool. This is your setting based seed host provider. and other type of product also there. Okay, obviously there are three plugins are there in the cluster environment. Then what else? If it is for Docker environment, there is there is a file based CD host product also there, that is used in the Docker environment. Okay, so I show here. Okay, this is setting based, so which we have seen. Okay, that is elasticsearch.oml file that is in configure. But what is file based? So file based means what is there will be a file like within that conf unicast underscore host.txt. This is the file. Okay, this is the file used within the conf folder. So obviously conf folder can be anywhere. Okay, so it is represented by the one environment variable, right, within the Elasticsearch, right. So it is based on again where you are, how you are install your Elasticsearch. That's what based on that. Okay, what I'm doing, I want to do bold. Okay. Okay, so this file, any change, okay, in these files, any changes are happening, it will be reflected in the cluster. So it is, so that's how, if you want to add dynamically any host to the existing cluster, this is a way. Okay, in that if you add the entry, the Elasticsearch dynamically pick up and it will keep on change, if it will keep on looking for any changes. So whenever you are adding new entry, so each entry will be in a separate line. So in this file we will be configuring only the IP addresses along with the port or not with the port. Okay, maybe it could be most of them is IP version 4, but sometimes it could be IP version 5 also. If it is IP version 5, IP version 6, okay, that should be enclosed by the square bracket. Okay, okay. So this is good for Docker. That's what it is. Okay, this file based. So the file based is good for Docker. Obviously, we will be. Why I put the color? Sorry. It is good for Docker. Okay, file based CD provider. In fact, okay. So each entries will be there. Then how you will specify? Yeah, host provider I will say file. That's it. Okay, in the elasticsearch.oml file, we will say what is setting here host provider, right? In this in this we will say as a file, as a value. Okay, then it will look for the file within the conf folder, the file name called unicast underscore host.txt file. Okay, in that any entries there, it will pick up and do that. Then of course discovery plugin. So as I told you, these are the three cloud based plugin which works for the with respect the cluster to identify the nodes. Okay, which is going to part of the cluster. Okay, now what else I missed? Okay, what else I missed? No? Okay. Yes, I want to tell you some of the settings. Okay, here you can see that elastic for find peers for find peer interval. Okay, what will happen? So in the discovery process, it will each node will try to identify each other nodes in the network. Okay, so if it is not able to find, okay, what will again it will try. Obviously, it will again will try. So it will be go for again. It will keep on changing. Sorry, it will keep on looking for the discovery node. Okay, whatever the nodes are declared. Okay, to connect with all the node or to connect with the master or everything. Okay, it will be keep on going back and forth. I mean, round by round. Okay, so what is the time out? Okay, so that's what is the time period? You should say. You can say 1 second. Okay, so for every 1 second, it will check for the any peer is there or not. Okay, it will check for every second. So that means what? If you add any node, immediately at the next second, it's available for your cluster. It's available. It's included in your cluster. But we can configure, say very simple. If it is fixed, let's say for example, if you are saying like every 10 minutes so much enough, then you can declare as if 10 minutes. Okay, but by default it's 1 seconds. Okay, that's one. I mean, if you are frequently changing your stuff, see, if you are frequently changing your cluster node, okay, then this is okay. Default 1 second is okay. But very rare, right? See, very simple. It's very rare. Then in that case, let's say if it is a SaaS based or DDP metal server, we will fix that number of instances. Okay, and then we can configure at least 10 seconds once or 10 minutes once. That's also okay. Okay, fine. Then what is initial master node? Okay, initial master node means, hey, these are the master node. All these fellows should be connect each other. Then only you should start your election master node. That's That is what initial master node. So, even this is needed for only the first time only, okay, first time cluster forming. Once a cluster formed, after that you can comment out, in fact, you don't need it, okay. So comment out or you can remove it. So it is better to comment because of we may need later, okay, because your cluster has crashed. That times you need to type yourself, you can type, again you have to type yourself, right. Then so it's good to comment once the first time cluster has been formed successfully, okay. So, but the initial master node, what is that? They will say, okay, it will we will declare list of the node either in the list or array, but those node has to be talk to each other, okay, before to start the master election, okay. Then, okay, seed resolver max concurrent resolver, okay, and seed resolver timeout, okay. What I tell you, what is this, okay. So what is say I am a node, okay. So I know the list of the nodes as per in the seed host, okay, seed host. Then let's say assume that you have 100 nodes in your cluster, you are running 100 nodes or 50 nodes, okay. So what is how many nodes I can search continuously, concurrently. So concurrently I can send check for 10 nodes, okay. So that's what default values, okay. But it's no need, I would say, right. See, usually 10 or 15, something like that only, okay. So it's not going to be beyond the level. So it is okay. It's okay to a default value, don't touch, okay. So but by default it can look for the 100 nodes, 100 nodes concurrently. Hey, I mean to check all the PAs are available or not, okay. Then what is timeout, okay. Say I 5 seconds. If I not get any response within the 5 seconds from any node, then I will it will not then it will think like that node is not reachable. That is what timeout, okay. I think I have covered. So discover type, right? Discover type will say like either single node or multi-node clusters. Very simple. Let's say as I told you in earlier videos, okay. Sometimes we may want to run one single node as a production, say for example for monitoring cluster, right? Single node. In that case, we have to specify the single node cluster type. So that means what? You are configuring non-local host, okay. You are configuring non-local host. Local host, that means you are binding to the particular IP. Then only you can reach from external, right? Obviously, right? Okay, within the same host you are going to access, then fine. It's very simple. If you are running within the same host, you are running Elasticsearch, you are running Kibana, you are running Beats, then all are communicate with the local host. That's no problem. Okay, just to port is enough. That's fine. But obviously, even though very limited, okay, even though you are running single node Elasticsearch, then obviously that single node has to be used by the Beat to send the data, and it has to be used by the it has to be used exposed by the it has to be used by the any RESTful client or Kibana. Okay, so that too in the protection mode, that too run. So though it is single node, that is also protection mode. Okay, it is not like a testing mode. Okay, so it does not mean like you are running single node. It does not mean it is not protection mode. Okay, it can be a single node also can be running in a protection mode. Okay, or protection mode. In that case, at that times you will specify okay, either a single node cluster or multi-node cluster. So it will be like single node clusters. That's how you will reconfigure. Okay. Now let me check if I miss anything. Okay, I think I explained. Okay, I have explained this one. This one I also explained. CD host provider, okay. File setting based, okay. I explained. Okay, multi-host provider, okay. Okay, say sometimes a single host can result to more than one IP. Even that happened to in my career. Okay, so we had the 2 IP for the same host. Okay, so in that case, what will happen? It will try to reach all the IP address. Because one IP may be reachable another IP, because IP different purpose, okay, especially in the Azure environment or any cloud environment. Yeah, this is our setting based. Okay, so we are configuring the way Elasticsearch YAML file itself. Here we are configuring. Okay, so you can give the port number. If it is not port number, then the default is 9300, right? It seems 9300 to 9400. That's a range, in fact. Okay. Then file based, right? The CD provider file. Okay, that from in the file you will add. Okay, so advantages is it's good for if you are going to dynamically keep on changing your your cluster node. Forget its role. It could be a data node, it could be coordination node, it could be master node, it could be anything. Basically, node something. Let's say, but this is the file you will be adding. So obviously, what is this is very good option for Docker based. Of course, I think it is SaaS based also they are using this stuff. They would use, I believe. Because of dynamically we can add a machine learning node, dynamically we can remove the machine learning node, or not only machine learning, any node. Okay, so I think they will be using for file based. That's why. So we can, with the advantages is what is, we can change externally, that change reflected immediately by the into the existing cluster. If you are static based, that is static based, you have to restart your Elasticsearch. You have to restart all the Elasticsearch node. I am talking about the only with respect to the discovery content. Okay. Okay, so you can give the IP address as well as any host name as well. Host name means it has to be resolved by the DNS lookup. Obviously, DNS lookup means that will be configured at the network level of your operating system, okay, or network level of your hardware, your host, or your hardware. In fact, okay, hardware or virtual machines. Okay, these are the 3 plugins supported in the, okay. So as I explained, the discovery process can be 5 types. Okay, 5 types. So I used setting based as well. Okay, so file based for Docker. Okay, there are 3 different things. It is for source based or any cluster based, any cloud based. Okay, and these are the settings are used for the at least discover settings. I have explained all this stuff. Thanks for watching. I hope you will enjoy. So in this video we have discussed what do you mean by discovery. Okay, what are the settings are involved in the discovery process. Thanks for watching.